Hello, fourth graders. So glad that you are here today. We are going to be talking about fractions. Fractions are a big part of fourth grade. Get it? Part. Fractions are all about parts. I know you've had a little bit of fraction practice in third grade, but fourth grade is a lot of fractions. So this is going to be really important for our building blocks and our foundations for us. So let's go to the next page. If you didn't know, this is my touchscreen board. If you're a parent watching this, I love this thing. It's great. So here's a couple things for fraction vocab. If I use the word whole, okay, with a W, that means all or a complete set. If I eat a whole pizza and it had 8 pieces, then I would have eaten 8 pieces to make the whole complete. A numerator, that's the number on the top of the fraction. It tells how many pieces you have. And then the denominator, the number on the bottom of the fraction, it tells how many it would take to complete a whole piece, or to complete the whole, as we talked earlier. So this is what they look like when we look and see fractions. The whole for the fraction 1/2 right there would be 2 pieces. It would take 2 pieces to create a whole thing. And then for the whole for 3/4 would be 4 pieces. Hopefully you notice that the number here is the number that's on the bottom. So 4 pieces, the whole would take 4 pieces. Okay, so in the case of 1/2, I'm gonna just take this up just so I have my thing ready. In the case of 1/2, that means that you have 1 piece and it would take 2 to complete. Okay, in the case of 3/4, means you have 3 pieces total and it would take 4 to complete in all. So for instance, this is what 1/2 would look like. The fraction would look like this. There's a bar in between the numerator, which is on the top, and the denominator on the bottom. Most commonly, they show this using circles or bars. So I have taken a circle here. I've split it into 2 parts, and I have blackened out 1 part. So we have, the black part is how much we have. We have 1/2. There's 1 piece that we have. There are 2 pieces total to make the complete piece. On this bar, I did the same thing. There are 2 pieces I split it into, but I took 1 part out of 2. Let's practice that with another one. This one is 3/4 or 3/4, okay? Remember, the numerator tells us how many we have. And the denominator, the bottom number, tells us how many pieces it would take to make a full thing. So whenever you're trying to figure out what to make for the circle or for the bar here, we need to look at the bottom number, okay? That's the number you look at first. That is the number of pieces you need to split your whole item into. So in this case, we need to split it into 4 equal pieces. You can't just do 4 random. They have to be 4 pieces that are equal in size to each other. So on a circle, pretty easy. You go right down the middle. That's 2 pieces, we need 2 more. And you go right down the middle on the side, okay? Now, while those aren't perfect, those are 4 equal pieces in our brain, okay? Now we have 3 pieces total, which means that we have to shade in 3 different pieces. There's 1, I'm not gonna take a whole lot of time shading in. So right now we would have 1/4. There's 4 pieces, there's 1 we have. Shade in a second. Right now we have 2/4. There are 2 pieces shaded in, there are still 4 pieces total. But we need to find 3/4. We have 3/4. We have 3 pieces shaded in, we have 4 pieces total, okay? Okay, let's try the same thing on our bar. On our bar, we need to make 4 equal size pieces, or pretty close to equal size so that our brains know that they're equal. First, I'm going to draw a line down the middle. I now have 2 equal pieces, but I need 4, so I'm going to draw a line down the middle on this one. Draw a line down the middle on this one. Now, they might not be exact, but they're pretty darn close in our brain to say that they are 4, okay? Now, we have 4 pieces. We technically have 0 out of 4 because we have none filled in. Fill in 1. Hopefully you're doing this along with me. That is 1 out of 4. 2. That is 2 out of 4. that is 3 out of 4. 4 pieces total. We have taken 3. We have 3. 4 is how many it takes to complete the whole. Okay, now I'm going to show you what's called equal sharing and how we split things up. So I'm going to take just a really easy problem, okay? Let's say that I'm really hungry and Mrs. Rankin's really hungry and we go out for pizza. We bought 3 pizzas for 2 of us, okay? 3 pizzas for 2 of us. We need to split these 3 pizzas for 2 of us, okay? What I'm going to do is, the first way you can do this is, doesn't really have a name, but I call it full piece, okay? We want to give out a full piece before we have to divide anything. So to do this even and to do this fairly, I can take 1 piece. I'm going to put a B for me, for black. And Mrs. Rankin can take a full pizza, so I'm going to give her 1. But we run into a problem. Neither of us can have this last full pizza and it be fair, okay? Wouldn't be fair. So we have to split it up. And when we split it up, since there's 2 of us, I'm going to split it up into 2 pieces. I'll take the piece on the left and she can take the piece on the right. Now, how much pizza do we each have in all? If you look at it this way, we each have 1 piece, and we each have 1 out of the 2 here, okay? We have 2 pieces total. We only have 1 here, though. So that would be 1 and a half. We would each get to take home, for it to be fair, 1 and a half pizzas, okay? We get 1 full one, and we get 1 half, and we have 1 piece out of the 2 pieces, okay? Let me show you the second way now. The second way, this is called splitting up each piece. You're going to split up each pizza. So it's still Mr. Black, Mrs. Rankin. We want to see how many pieces we have. I'm going to split up each and every pizza into 2 pieces. And let's say I get the left ones and Mrs. Rankin gets the right. R, B, R, B, R. Okay? Now, how we count this up. The numerator, remember, is that's the number on the top, that is how many pieces we have. Okay? I have 1, 2, 3 pieces. So I'm going to put that number on the top. The number on the bottom needs to be how many pieces it would take to complete 1 whole pizza or 1 whole object. So in this case, it would take 2 pieces to make a full object. 3 over 2. I didn't change the problem. These are actually called equivalent fractions. We'll learn more about equivalent fractions tomorrow. In this one, I get 1 full pizza and a half pizza. And in this one, I get 3 halves, okay? I get 3 separate 1/2s of the pizza. Same amount, equivalent fractions, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. Here is your homework. So remember, I'm going to give you a new video each day. So your homework today is you need to do pages 68, 69, and 70. I gave the textbook pages. For those that have been home the last few days, we're going to figure out a way to get those textbook pages to you. Go on to IXL and do O1, get it to 70%. Remember, if you get frustrated and it gets really hard, take a break, go do something else. And do not forget to complete extra math, because especially our lesson tomorrow uses a lot of multiplication. So you need to be getting very good and practicing that multiplication. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm glad that you could join me today. Remember, we will do a video lesson every single day. See you guys. Bye.